Yo, what's good everybody? What's good YouTube? It's your boy Johnny Finesse. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another animation video. How I made my friends scarier. How I made friends with scary art teacher. You made friends with a scary art teacher. I didn't know there was such a thing as a scary art teacher. But hey, you're new to the channel and haven't subbed yet, make sure you hit that sub button. Y'all be on the road to 1100 subs. We almost there. I appreciate everybody that has hit the sub button to continue supporting me. I know we don't have a lot, but hey, we got a small group. We getting there. We getting bigger and bigger every day. We getting more views every day. So it's not, we're not gonna go viral, but hey, step by step, bro, it will happen, bro. So with that being said, like, let's get into it, dogs. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, man.
Where's the other eye?
He's winking.
I'm not there yet. Is it a cyclops? It's
What?
not. Just give me a second.
Nah, that shit used to be the worst. When somebody's behind you, you hear their breath, bro.
Can you draw me? Nope.
What the fuck?
Oh, get out of here. Growing up, I was known as one of the art kids. When there was a page to color, the other kids would borrow my markers. When there was a poster to make, that's when people wanted me in their group. And when I wasn't struggling to run the mile in gym class, I was drawing Lion King fan art in my notebooks.
That's
When
crazy.
I felt my best, I was in art class.
And you got the shortcut too.
At my high school, the art room was located kind of at the end, pushed off into a corner. And my teacher would let me and all the other art kids
Pepsi.
eat lunch in there instead of in the loud, busy cafeteria. I'm not going to use his real name because I respect his privacy, so I'll call him Mr. Hudson.
Mr.
He was
Hudson.
a lot like Doc Hudson. You know, the fabulous Hudson Hornet from the Pixar movie Cars. Y'all have no taste. Mr. Hudson was
I
an older
don't
dude
remember
with a
those
deep
movies.
voice, and he'd been working at this high school for years. He was kind of quiet and presumably grumpy because he mostly kept to himself. But once he realized you took art seriously, he would become
Cool.
kind of a mentor. When I was in school, art wasn't a very popular class to take, so if you did want to take art 2,
So the guy was hard to
3, or
approach.
4, they'd often combine all the art classes together in the same period. So on my first day of art 1, the art 2 kids warned me not to get on Mr. Hudson's bad side, or else he'd bark at you. They assured me he can be really chill. He'll even let you listen to your music with headphones on. Just don't talk once class starts. And I thought they were just trying to scare me, so I didn't listen. A few
You
minutes into
dummy.
class, it's quiet, I'm
You
bored,
dummy.
and I didn't have my headphones. So I started talking to my friend. We weren't being loud, we were just talking, which was mistake number 2. The final mistake was when Mr. Hudson did his famous... And
Yeah,
I was
like...
well, obviously that wasn't directed towards me.
Enough.
So from that moment
That's
on,
it.
I did not speak a word until the bell rang, and I was super intimidated by him, especially during critique. Every day, he'd check in one-on-one and give really good constructive criticism. He wouldn't just say, "That's awful, what are you doing? You should quit art forever." He would
That's
say
crazy.
something like,
That's looking a little muddy. Don't forget to push the darks and pull in the lights for better contrast.
I remember I
It
had a really
looks
bad
like that.
habit of never knowing when to stop working on something, like I was
Gradation,
so obsessed
gradient.
with perfection that I wouldn't be turning things in on time. So he started checking in on me sooner, though sometimes it was too late. Aside from art advice, he would also offer life advice. And by life advice, I mean he let us sneak into the teacher's lounge to use the vending machine, allegedly. Allegedly. So if he says he doesn't remember this, I don't either. Must have been a dream. And in that maybe dream, Mr. Hudson came into class with this huge bag and said,
Come get a snack.
and it was stuffed with vending machine food, the good kind. Candy bars,
Pain.
fruit snacks, donuts, guava juice, giant snake, birthday cake, large fries, chocolate chip. Why did you spend so much money on snacks?
I didn't.
He slid his keys to me.
The machine says there's 75 cents already in it. Put 5 cents in, press 501, get the snack. Wait 5 seconds, machine will read 75 cents again, put another 5 cents in, and bring back as much as you can before anyone sees you.
He got the method. He got the method.
Okay.
That's a real nigga method. Don't be bitch.
Don't add more than 5 cents or it won't work.
Gangsta.
Turns out Mr. Hudson was a chaotic good, and I was lawful good. Who would have thought? Not me.
Why didn't you get more?
I felt bad. To Mr. Hudson's dismay, the vending machine was eventually fixed, so we had to bring our own snacks again. By this time, I was maybe a junior, and I was going through hell outside of school. I was with a bad boyfriend, to say the least, and around this time, he was pressuring me to lose weight. I already felt body conscious,
That's
as
fucked
most
up.
people do as a teenager, so I started skipping
That
lunch.
nigga,
And he
if
wants
that
me to-
nigga ain't athletic, bro, or happy in his own skin, bro, don't listen to
Right
niggas
here,
like that.
here, this isn't healthy. It only left me feeling tired and irritable and hungry from the lack of nutrients I needed. If you're struggling with a problem like this, make sure to check the helpful links in the description. One day while I was painting, Mr. Hudson pulled me aside and asked if I was okay. He noticed how little I was eating and how it was affecting me. I lied and told him, "It's fine, I'm just not that hungry." And he said,
Okay. I was just nervous and I wanted to make sure you were alright.
and he walked away.
That's real nigga
He
shit.
didn't tell the nurse. He didn't tell the principal. He didn't even tell my parents. He honestly totally should have for my safety, but still. It meant a lot that he approached me to talk first. It meant the world that my art teacher was looking out for me like that. I still struggle with how I look and how to treat my body nicely, but when times get tough, I often think about that conversation we had. Despite having the most supportive art teacher a high schooler could ask for, being given the freedom to make anything I wanted to, and having an entire studio all to myself at times, I feel selfish admitting the biggest struggle I've had with art was giving up. There was a painting in the cafeteria of our school mascot. It was super old, and we were confident we could replace it with something bigger and better. So Mr. Hudson said,
Okay, I'll give one of you a big canvas and you can redo it.
and that is a big deal. A project this big would cost a lot of money, and North Carolina is one of the poorest states for school funding. So Mr. Hudson most likely
crazy.
spent a lot of his own money in that classroom. Replacing this mascot painting was a big responsibility, and I insisted on doing it. My initial sketch looked fine, but when I started painting, it looked awful. I tried
So he was
pushing
good at
the
drawing,
darks
but
and
shitty as
blowing in
pity.
the lights to add more contrast, but that wasn't helping either. I knew I could just stop for today and come back to it tomorrow, but I didn't want to leave it like this. What if someone came in and saw it? They'd think it's worse than the original. And they'd be right. Why am I even trying? During this time, Mr. Hudson would come in and check on my progress pretty often. He would comment on a few things, remind me to check my references and anatomy, that kind of stuff. But everything he was telling me was going in one ear and out the other, because mentally, I had already thrown in the towel.
Yeah.
As soon as he left, I grabbed the biggest brush I could find, and I painted over the entire thing. I covered it all up with black paint, and as I sat and stared at the blank canvas, I figured it didn't matter how hard I tried if I couldn't do it right. At some point, Mr. Hudson came back
Word.
in and saw what I did, and I expected him to be mad at me, because he totally should have. I was wasting art supplies, I was hogging this opportunity that someone else could be doing better, and worst of all, I had ruined all that I just worked on.
You give up on yourself far too easily. Art has a dumb teenage phase. It doesn't look the way you want it to right now because it's not finished. You need to finish it. You can't give up halfway through.
That's a fact.
I remember on my last day of high school, right before I graduated, I came into class and saw a little red sketchbook laying in my spot. I asked Mr. Hudson if someone left it there, but he said,
Nope, that's yours.
and it was a really cool sketchbook. It had a little strap to hold it closed, the paper was really good quality, and it was the perfect size for travel. Something to take with me to California, where I'd go on to study animation, and later, out of the blue, find my way onto YouTube. And
That's
the
crazy.
best part about this sketchbook was, he left a note inside.
Perhaps you can create a character based on me one day. No matter how bizarre it is, I will not be offended. Good luck forever, Hudson.
That's pain. That's dead pain.
I know a lot of you guys who watch my videos
Wish
want
I had
to
a
do
relationship.
digital art and animation as a career too. But when it comes to hardware, you're not sure where to start. I think it's my turn to be your Mr. Hudson. So, everybody shut up. Because this video is sponsored by Micro Center, a computer retail store
Hey.
for all your techie and creative
Micro
needs.
Center, that's where I
Micro
got
Center
my
sells
stuff.
computers, monitors, cameras, sick gamer gear, and even tablets. You know, the ones for digital art and animation.
They really got
Also,
everything
once
though,
your
no
baby has
cap.
this drool all over
They really got everything though, no cap. But hey, you made it to the end of the video. You obviously liked the video, so you obviously gotta subscribe. Make sure you hit that sub button, y'all. We on the road to 1100 subs, y'all. That don't feel good today. My back hurt, man. This is crazy, but hey, it's your boy Johnny Finesse, and I'ma holla at y'all. Peace, man.